Turn 42, January 17th, 1942. Let's see what kind of damage Lodrik can do to me. Hey, no night action seems like. Oh, he's coming to Boona. Alrighty, that's night. Daytime now. Alright, bomb in Singapore. Alright, we got a Sally. He's pounding on these troops some more. Back at Singers. Pounding the hell out of me. hit him. Yeah. Gotta get my one strike in a day, right? I probably shouldn't be because I'm probably wasting a lot of supply that I don't have extra in China for. Alrighty. Oh, come on. There we go. Come on, let's get it. Of course. I'm gonna hear breaking up noises here for that PG. Yep. Yeah, this is where I get crushed. Stay on the road, come on. Of course we go... What? That doesn't make sense. Alright, deliberate attack is trying to... Yep, he got it. The road to Ankang's open. Come on, we need to hold this. Yeah! One to one, blew away my fort. Took pretty even losses. Bombardment of Kukong, that won't really do much. Another attack at Suva. Yep. Every time we're getting a little weaker. Still not a bad turn. He keeps capturing bases and so forth, beating up on us, but that's to be expected. When it's done here, we'll grab some saves, pause the video, get some intel, come back for the after action. Alrighty. Just another normal turn in the game. Lodrik pounding on us some. Let's go over some stats here. Japan went up 75 points. We went down 1. Looks like we lost 1 aircraft to ops. Japan lost 6 total. Let's go and take a look at those. So, we lost... Looks like we lost a Catalina. They lost a Tojo, some Lilies, or Lily, 2 Sallys to Flak, and 2 Anns to Ops. Alright, let's hop back out of here. Incoming aircraft for us. One day we're going to get some fighters in Soder Baja, a bunch of bombers in eastern U.S., some fighters in San Fran, and some more bombers in eastern U.S. Alright. We'll have to see when they come in, see if those are ones we can actually use, or if those are the ones that are just going to stand there, train some troops, and then get yanked out to go to Europe. We should have, 13 days. We lose a bunch of planes in Seattle. 18 days, the bombers in Spokane. Then the Mitchells. Yep, okay. Ship sunk. We lost to Charleston last turn to a sub. What a surprise! His subs just have been deadly. Incoming subs, 52 days to the Hornet. But before the Hornet, we do get a bunch of ships. We're starting to get warships in as well instead of just merchies. 4 days we get a pair of battleships and a destroyer and some subs, and then we get a CL. Then a little bit later, we get another battleship, and then it's starting the Allied production and or the ships from England are starting to come in. Now, new production ain't gonna start coming into like 43, except for like AKs. Those build pretty quick, but you can see we're starting to get more and more warships, APDs, some more subs. All those we can put to use. On the ground, we got nothing coming next turn. The turn after that, we get the last piece of that Australian division up in Aden. We get a Chinese core as well. And then looks like every day after that, for a couple days, we're going to get a bunch of units. 5 days, we're getting a bunch of Pacific Fleet units, construction battalions, aviation battalions, which are really, these aren't really, why are they? Aviation battalion engineering part. Okay, so engineering, they're like, I don't think they're the actual CBs, but 18 engineering squads and 13 vehicles. That's a lot. That's 18 That's 18 there, and 65. That's 83 construction points per turn just from this one unit. I'm gonna get 2 of those. Then these guys are coming in with 88 construction points a turn. Those are nice. Gonna get a couple of those. Alright, we're starting to get our engineers coming in. I thought I had a CB unit coming in soon too. Or maybe I already got it. I think maybe we got the first one. But alright. Nothing should be leaving. These are just the convoys. We lose an artillery unit at San Fran. I'm not sure why. What happens there? That's in 42 days. I wonder if one goes away and a new one comes in. So I would be very surprised they would yank a defensive unit off the west coast. Let's see. 42 days we go. Well, these would help if I looked at ground units and not air units, huh? 42 days. Wow, we had a lot of ground units in 42 days, but nothing in San Fran. Everything's down under. Australia or New Zealand. Well, we get an artillery unit here. Maybe that's what it turns into. Instead of being a CD unit, it turns into a flat out artillery unit. But doesn't really matter. I'm not worried about the West Coast being attacked. If he wants to do that, the reinforcements you get are just, while it's not a ton of troops, like 4 or 5 divisions, but they're like 43 or 44 divisions. They're huge. They're very powerful. I believe one's a full tank division. It's a lot. Let's see. Units destroyed. I've gone through this. You'll see. Cleaned up a lot of the cheap units. These two here from the Dutch military, they come back in Java, which means I'll pay for them. They'll come back and then they'll die again. So I'm going to wait till Java's gone and then see where they come back. I wouldn't mind buying them back, but I don't want to buy them back twice. Every other little unit I have bought back. They're coming back between Aden, Cape Town, I think 1 or 2 in Africa. Some down in Australia, some in the U.S. They're coming from all over, so we'll start getting those units in within the next month. Let's go and take a look on Combat Reporter for a minute, just so we can see what our Signet boys have found for us. Radio, Johor Bahru, Ponape, Saipan. Because he's picking up all those islands now, so he's starting to move down here. Nagasaki, Tarakan, Changchung, Suchao, and Nomiya. Okay, a lot at Nomiya. I bet you he has battleships there. I bet you he has a bunch of destroyers, a bunch of AKs and or APs, and I bet you he has fuel there, either probably oilers and tankers bringing fuel down there, because I bet you that's where KB either is or is currently heading. Moving, Naval Guard is moving to, where the hell is EUA? EUA. Oh, okay. Tonga. Okay, the little bits of the Fiji islands. Okay. I figured he's gonna pick all these up. Hey, I would like to get some ship information on here. I don't know if you even can. If you pick up where ships they're sitting in port or something. Those of you who have played Allies before, you can let me know how that works. Or even just how the Signet works at all. It looks like the Signet is, well, there's a lot of information there. Not much of it is very useful this early in the war. I don't know if it gets better as the war goes on. But, alrighty. Let's go ahead and bring this out of here. Let's close this down and let's hop over and start going through the areas. Nothing really going on in India. I'm sending ships up to the Middle East, Abadan and Aden, to haul back fuel and supplies and men and aircraft coming out of England. I still have a few warships, the little ones here on the west coast, dropping off the last of supplies and the troops here. We got everything fleeing. Looks like we're not in contact with the enemy anywhere here, which is good. This unit here at Lashio, unfortunately, is gonna die here. He's gonna sit there at that base and keep it going as long as we can. I'm slowly moving everything out of Mitkina. I'm slowly moving him out. Now I want to keep it here because I don't want him to paradrop in there. But I don't think he would, because he's not reconning it at all. He's not been there. It's kind of surprising. He hasn't really used his paratroopers for a while. So I wonder where they're at. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I try to use them a lot in places, even just to take a supply lane that you can't hold. You fly them in, drop them off, take the base, and fly them back out. And maybe the base auto-fits back in a couple turns, but still those couple turns, there's no supplies and nothing moving through there. But I'm still trying to reinforce the coast here. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to do. I finally got some units into Calcutta coming down from like Karachi and stuff, way up in the north, and they're in engineering and AV units and nothing major. They're being sent down along the coast as well to start building more forts and reinforce the area. Malaya's gone. My final troops that were up here disbanded due to attrition. Sumatra has not been touched. Hasn't really been bombed. So I'm kind of surprised at that. Still trying to move units, the base forces up north to reform them into the larger base forces. And then I might try to sneak some ships in here and haul them out. Not much going on in Borneo. He's got the whole northeast corner here. He landed troops here, kicked me out down to here. Then I'm pretty sure he's just going to load them back up. And I don't know if he's going to come in here again. He might just keep on, popping on top of me. But it's hard to say what he's going to do. Java's not been touched. I'm still moving troops around in Java. Celebes, other than Menando early, has not been touched. The rest of the DEI, as I call it, this area here, around the Banda Sea, the Suriname Sea, and so forth. No enemy activity. We had some subs along the north coast of Australia earlier, but really not much. Most of my ships have abandoned this whole area. I got a couple stragglers up here that are slowly making their way, but they have to move slow because a couple of them have very low endurance, and the other one has good endurance. So they're feeding off of it, and they're traveling together. Last couple ships leaving the Darwin area, having trouble with some of them too. They can't go very far because once again they have a low endurance, so they're just port hopping. Come over here, refuel off another ship, and then go to the next port, and it's kind of a pain, but you can see I still have a bunch of ships here. Enemy subs detected last turn. I have diverted that ship around them, and these guys are already there, so the danger to them is I can't change it, so they're going to go down. They're all coming down to Perth. Same as ones here. I do have a few ships heading west off map, and that's where most of these ships from Perth are going to end up. I don't have a ton of fuel here, so it'll kind of be as it happens. I need to get more fuel here, so I might load up some fuel over in which one of these has fuel? Mombasa? No. Cape Town. Yeah, Cape Town has a ton of fuel. My ships, 40,000 tons of fuel from Cape Town down to Perth, and that should enable me to get most of these ships out of here and off map. And then I can move them wherever I want and be safe. Got to put a few more subs in repair yards at Melbourne, ones that are damaged up in Manila. Japan has a complete hold over this area. He has not taken Suva yet, although he keeps trying. We are slowly holding on. We got low fatigue, low disruption, morale slowly dropping. Combat force is definitely dropping. So I expect one or two more attacks and he'll take Suva. Looks like he's moving troops to here. That's a level 3 airfield. If that's level 4, I don't know. He's probably going to hop around. He'll probably take all of these. There's not much I can do to stop him. Down in New Zealand, I got that damaged destroyer to port. Everything else is basically heading east. There's some convoy. There's the other destroyer. There's a Saratoga going kind of slow to keep up with the AOs. These guys are moving north. Lexington is here. She'll be going to Tahiti this turn. I believe she's going to have to kind of wait there. She has decent fuel. She might just continue on then. But some of these have kind of low fuel, so I'm waiting. I'm sending supplies here to Tahiti. I'm going to build Tahiti up. Hopefully it's far enough south and out of the way that he won't come after it. I'm loading some base forces this turn out of San Fran that are coming down here. I'm thinking Tahiti for my one base there. I'm thinking Christmas Island, but I'm kind of leery because that's kind of far up there. But there's not much else that's really useful for a base. What's that? Port service. I might want to pull him out of there. But other than that, I'm dumping off a bunch of resources at Pearl to keep the industry there going. Every extra bit of HI, or not HI doesn't matter, but all the supplies, it doesn't matter much, but it gives my ship something to do. There's some convoys here heading to the South Pacific, carrying fuel and supplies. Loading up more and more. Got troops loading at San Fran. I had some troops moving out of Seattle this turn. They're heading into the North Pacific. There's fuel and supplies being loaded as well to reinforce the Aleutians. I'm going to start at Kodiak, build that up so it's fairly secure. I wanted to do Dutch Harbor, but Dutch Harbor is really a shitty base. Has a nice anchorage, size 3, but it has like no air capacity. And as we know, the war is won by aircraft. So I'm going to come up here, secure Kodiak, then I'll move down to Dutch Harbor, expand that. I mean, I could put a level 3 airfield there. Really, all I need is a level 2. But I'll build up to 3 just because, you can have more planes there. Build the port up, and then that'll give me a couple bases up in the north in case he tries anything. Moving over into China, which is still a shit show. Especially in the north, I got troops all over the place that are mostly cut off, but they're not. It's hard to really cut them off. I just have to go travel through like the mountains and shit to escape. He can't be really high on supplies. I mean, he took Cyan, so he captured whatever supplies I had there, and he's making 100 a turn. So that'll probably be enough to feed his army. But I'm not sure how much combat operations he's going to be able to conduct out of there. He has tanks up here. They shock attacked across the river last turn, or the turn before, and somehow we mauled them. There's like 20 destroyed and like 40 or 50 disabled. I think just because of the terrain and lack of supplies, he got a bad dice roll and his tanks got mauled. You can see all these. I mean, that's one. There's a couple units here. Got a stack here. Got a couple here, and most of these are like multiple units here. So he opened up the road to Ankang. Looks like he's gonna pull back out. What's that guy? Okay, he's not gonna make it there yet. So I don't know. I may stop him because this guy is pretty. There's I think a division and an armor unit there. No, it's armor car units and like a brigade. But in the south, it's same as before. Kind of holding steady here. Not a whole lot going on. But if you enjoyed the turn, watching it unfold, please go ahead and click on the like button. If you're following along this campaign or my one against Helson, and you have not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscription button. Doesn't cost you anything. Gives me another point, another on the algorithm. Get more viewers in, get more exposure to the game. But until the next turn, you guys have yourself a great day, and I'll see you later.